You want to hear black people talk about high guard? You clicked on the right episode. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Cyber. Welcome back to another video of Hooting After Dark, a show where we talk about gaming, content creators, internet culture as a whole. I'm here with Cosmic. I'm here with Crossin. How's you guys' day treating us so far? Crossin just froze for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, we've cheat frozen, but like your freaking quality just went to the gut.
The internet literally went ahead. As soon as I entered the culture, yeah. No. I mean, low-key, what we better be talking about in this episode, the internet's gonna be frying us, depending, because there's a lot of strong opinions that comes down to what we're talking about. But Cosmic, how's your day? You already told me what you had for breakfast. I don't know if you want to go ahead and explain it again for the cameras and all that stuff. But like, yeah, how you been, man?
Failed Oreo dessert, but other than that, I got some schoolwork done. And that was pretty good.
You know, I'm proud of Wait, you went back to school already?
Your classes started Thursday.
Oh my, you know what? Clap it up for you. Clap it up for you. I'm happy for you, bro. Look at you. Look at you. Doing content creation and you go back to school to get your education. We need more people like you, bro.
I think we do have people like me.
No, I mean, no. I meant like I mean, there is, but I mean, like, you know, people just like out there, like really grinding, really trying to go ahead and make a difference in their life and all that stuff. We need more people like you. We do. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Now over to Auntie over here. How's your day treating you so far?
It's going all right. It's still pretty early for me. I got a lot on the to-do list today, but it's a sunny day out here. It's a break from the rain, so I'm happy about that.
Low-key, like, I gotta see if, like, the Trailblazers actually playing today. I'm probably not gonna tune into the game. It's probably gonna be ass, but... No, because, you know, she lives over there in the West Coast. She lives over there in Oregon and all that stuff. So it's like, I know the Lakers and the Knicks are playing that. I'm definitely going to go ahead and be watching. By the time we're recording this, I don't know who's going to win, but I just hope to God that Luka does not drop 30 on my team.
Luka, what do you think?
Keep hoping.
I think he's going to go ahead and drop 37-7. Yeah. Above 30, above 7-7. Most likely. Or lose. I mean, the bench is ass. I mean, Who's on the Lakers bench right now?
I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we have a better bench. It's not all that, but like still. But either which way, right? I don't want to go ahead and get toxic because what we're gonna be talking about is kind of toxic. Because I mean, y'all already saw the title. Y'all already read the title and the thumbnail when we go ahead and get into these podcasts and all that stuff. You already know we're talking about high guard. Now, by the time this video is actually up, the game should already been gone, deceased, all that good stuff. So may it rest in peace. Hey, at least it lasted longer than Concord. We're not even going to talk about it. I mean, I think we are, but like overall, like, no, fuck that. We don't going to talk about it. How did people think that shit was going to be like Concord? Concord died in a week, bro. And like, yo, people really justifying it being like, well, you know what I'm saying? High guard was this, then, the third. Concord was a $40 fucking game that was literally like fucking Overwatch, more rivals, paladins. Why would I play? Why would I spend...
off and we can't hear him? That's actually unfortunate.
You can't hear me?
How bad is the internet today?
Yeah, I can hear myself in and out really bad.
Oh my god, are you dead serious? Stop playing with me.
I can hear like every fourth word.
Bro, the shit is picking up my mic and all that. Are we good? Freaking Riverside, are you good?
Your mic,
so you're hearing everything? Are you hearing everything I'm saying right now?
Right now.
Yes. Right now we're pretty good, but before.
Okay, so I can continue what I was saying.
Yeah.
Fuck Concord. That shit should have not been $40. That's all I gotta say. That shit should have not been $40. They're surprised the game fucking failed. No shit's gonna fail. Who's gonna spend $40 on a motherfucking game that you can go ahead and Overwatch free, Paladins free, Damn Near More Rivals free, Team Fortress 2 free.
Free.
That's not even the same thing. But fucking $40
also free.
Free. Okay, I just had to get this shit out my chest. But yeah, we're talking about high guard. Have you guys actually played the game before? Like Crosses, have you actually have experience getting on the game and all that stuff? And if you have, what's your initial thoughts with it?
Yeah, so I had about like 10 to 15 hours on the game. So not a lot, but enough. I really liked it. I downloaded it within a couple days of it. I think like the second day that it dropped. And I liked it. Was it like groundbreaking? Like this is going to be the next game of the year? no. But it was still cool. It had a unique look. The premise was a little bit more unique. It made it stand out a little bit. I liked the character designs. I liked that they were dropping content quickly. So I was pretty sad to see that it was shutting down.
No, that's my whole thing about High Guard. And let me make this note, because I'm going to be sticking up for High Guard a lot in this episode. I can already tell. But, like, I don't even think High Guard's a damn near, like, 8, 9, 10 out of 10. I don't think so. I think, if anything, it was, like, a good solid, like, 7, maybe even 6. I'll give it like a nice little cool 6. It was good. Definitely could have been improved on optimization wise and all that stuff. But like for what it was, like people would be like, oh, it was like, oh, they have this thing from that game added to the game, and they have like this thing from that game added to this game. And I'm like, oh, so generic. How is it generic if it has all these other utensils from other games? Imagine it into something that you never experienced before. I have been playing FPS games my entire life. I never played something like High Guard ever in my life. If anything, it doesn't even feel like an FPS. It feels like more of a MOBA. But of course, I mean, Cosmic, you're more of a MOBA fan than I am, so you could go ahead and speak on that if you actually did play High Guards. But yeah, no, at least for me, when I played also like the similar amount of hours, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, when I was on it, like that shit felt like, you know, Apex with a little bit of like a mobile aspect into that shit. And then you had like the mounts and all that. You had the bases. It was a fun little game loop. And even when people was complaining about like the map being too big, which I honestly don't think it was that much of an issue. They added 5v5 as well. So like, for what it was, like I feel as though like it wasn't like a crazy foundation. Definitely needed a lot more work. The gameplay loop though was unique. They definitely could have built on to that 100%. But Cosmic, what's your thoughts, man?
I did not have the privilege to play High Guard.
Why are you here?
Because my opinion is valuable.
You're right.
As someone who didn't play Apex. Actually, no, I played a very tiny bit of Apex, but just really
I'm about to say you never played Apex?
I didn't play for long. I played it for like a day.
Okay, at least that's fair. I'm about to say, like, that's like saying you never played Fortnite. Like, at least try it once. It's there.
I played Fortnite. I routinely go on Fortnite to put $20 on V-Bucks to buy a skin that I won't use actively.
What's the last skin you bought?
Power Rangers. White and Black Ranger. I bought my bundle.
He was so quick fast, with it.
I was so quick with it, man. Power Rangers. I love you some Power Rangers, okay? Okay, so knowing my past experience and dislike of Apex, going into High Guard, I was already told from people who play it, it's like Apex. I'm like, oh, never mind, not for me then. And even just like the like looking at like raw gameplay, it was just like it didn't seem interesting to me that I'm not missing out if I don't play High Guard. And while I did keep up with the news on it because I follow like a lot of gaming platforms on TikTok and YouTube, and so it was like, hey, the 5.5 actually makes the game feel more what's the word? It felt more active instead of the 3v3 that they originally came out with, and then they put it as like a base gameplay. So I'm like, oh, okay, the game's turning around, and then I hear it shut down. I'm like, but like they did what y'all want. Y'all said that it wasn't enough activity with 3v3, so they gave you 5v5, and so y'all still didn't play it. So what was the complaint for?
Wait, time out. We got something to tell you guys. This podcast is sponsored, and it's all because of you. With that being said, thank you so much for Neon Controller for sponsoring this part of the podcast. What is Neon Controller? Well, Neon Controller is actually an application that allows you to turn your phone into a controller for you to play PC games. So you don't have to be stuck to your desk. You can play PC games anywhere, either on the couch, the bed. You can take it on the go as long as your PC is on. And honestly, it's so perfect for casual gamers who just want to lay down and relax and play their favorite PC games on the go. Or maybe you're a mobile sweat like I am and you want to go ahead and have a challenge. Either which way, this app is free to use. So if you're looking for a new way to try out your PC games and get comfortable at the same time, be sure to check out our link in the descriptions down below. Again, thank you so much to Neon Controller for sponsoring this segment of the video. Now, back to the show. They have a whole roadmap, bro. They had a whole roadmap. New weapons, new wardens, everything, bro. Like, they had it on the lineup too, man. But like,
characters about to come out. A whole characters, more than one, to like make the gameplay different. And then we just didn't like give it the chance. We didn't. Well, I would say we, but like gamers just didn't see that. I was like, yeah, nah.
Well, see, no, that's the argument. See, I went ahead and made some videos on this, so I was able to go ahead and have the privilege to go ahead and have people comment their voicing opinions and all that stuff, right? Before I go ahead and get deeper into that, before we go ahead and get deeper into this conversation and all that stuff, I do want to go ahead and make it known as well, too, that if you want to go ahead and be shout out within the podcast later on, or you want benefits when it comes down to Nocturnal, you could always join the Discord community Discord 1 to 2, and also be a part of the inner circle. We do monthly giveaways. We shout out you have the privilege to go ahead and dictate what topics we talk about when it comes down to our podcast, the game nights, the events that we host for Nocturnal, all that shebang. So if you like the show, if you like what we're doing, if you like what we stand on as a community, as an organization, really would appreciate you join the Discord and all that good stuff and become an inner circle member. But I did want to go ahead and get that out of the way before we go ahead and get deeper into the conversation. But what I did want to go ahead and add on, right? Let's talk about like the actual timeline of the actual game itself, and then let's just talk about what actually went wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, when the game was actually announced, it was during the Game Awards and all that stuff. And immediately when that happened, people was on their head tops. They did not think it was worthy of releasing for like the last, trailer of the actual awards. People saw that was a shooter and all that stuff. People didn't really see gameplay of it. It was just like, we didn't want near the shooter, right? So from day one, it was already met with backlash. And then you had people trying to go ahead and defend it. You had people still berating it and all that stuff. And then even to the point where people started to notice they were like, there was no trailers, there was no nothing and things like that. So it was like, are they going to delay it? Or are they going to go ahead and, do anything about it? That's when the game came close to its launch date, went ahead, dropped whatever they went ahead, dropped in terms of their trailer and news about it. And in the next following days, they dropped their game. And then immediately I think they went ahead and peaked around like in total of like console and PC, 2 million users. Now, I will say that with a grain of salt. I cannot confirm that information because I'm not even going to lie to you. If it really was 2 million, the majority of that was all console. The vast majority of that was all console. I'm pretty sure the game didn't even peak around like 100. It was close to 100,000 if I'm not mistaken over onto Steam. So a good majority of it was over on the console. So I do want to see what people, went ahead and got those numbers and all that stuff. Because last time I checked, it is pretty hard to go ahead and track user data when it comes down to like consoles and all that stuff. You get what I mean, right? But so overall, people went ahead, they played the game. They only played it for like a few minutes and all that stuff. Meet the, the review bombers over onto Steam. People wasn't really like messing with a game like that, and then it started to slowly dwindle down after really about 2 to 3 days of the game's launch. And then really fast forward later on, here we are talking about the game now that it's sadly not here. Didn't even last about 6 weeks, right? Yeah, a month or 2 weeks. It didn't even last that long. But that's mad unfortunate. But now, since I went ahead and made videos covering it, because I do like commentary and all that stuff, you got people now being like, we gave it a chance. We didn't really like it. We didn't really mess with it like that. And it just wasn't for us and all that stuff. So I guess the real question that we should start off with is, guys, how did Highguard, what was the real reason why Highguard went ahead and fell? In your opinions, what was the main reason? Was it the community? Was it a game? Was it something else? Was it because people didn't subscribe to your channel? What's your opinion? I'll start with Cosmic because he made that face and all that stuff. And I'm curious about his opinion.
Bro, it was single-handedly Jeff Keighley in the Game Awards. Making that game last, bro. High expectations. We're like, this is the last game for the Game Awards. The last world premiere. And it was Highguard. It just doesn't, it did not deserve to be there. The game that should have been there was at the Divinity 3. Was it Divinity?
I have no idea. I know whatever game it was, it got delayed, so that's why they didn't really announce that trailer, which I'm not gonna lie is bullcrap, because let's be completely honest. Star Wars was like the very first game that they announced before they went into the whole show and all that stuff. We ain't getting that shit until next year. So, what do you mean? Like, yeah, no, I'm ready for Star Wars. We're getting that, and then we're getting Galactic Racer as well, too. I will be playing that. I will be playing that.
I usually don't play racing games, but I might have to pick up Galactic Racers, man. But I love
Bro, I know you remember watching the Star Wars movie growing up, and they would go ahead and like be racing. Or not even just that.
Racing.
That and then like what was it? Like, because what really got me into it was the Lego Star Wars games, and they had that one mission where you had to go ahead and drive in that. That was one of the funnest missions in that game. Oh my god, I'm pulling up a clip when I edit this freaking podcast, bro. That whole experience was so much fun. But I'm getting off topic. We get off topic. Yeah. So the host of the game show, what's his name again?
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley. Yeah. So him.
Yeah, pretty much that whole situation. And Divinity should have been like the last reveal from the creators of Baldur's Gate 3, Game of the Year, all that stuff. That should have been last because that was like the whole point of the Game Awards this year. Well, last year, it was the buildup of like, what's this statue in the middle of the desert? Who put it there? And it was like a game, a trailer thing, whatever. And it was like really. It was properly received. Like looking at the views now, it was like 2 million views.
Yeah, no, that trailer was fucking insane. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I remember watching it the first time. I showed my partner and all that stuff. Bro, that was gruesome. Like, she don't like gruesome shit. She really doesn't. So like, I'm like, yo, this is insane. I mean, I might play it. I don't even play Boulder games like that. So maybe something I'll be hopping on. But huh?
Yo, if we get some people to play some Baldur's Gate 3 together, man, it'll actually be peak. I think so.
I mean, shoot, we may do a game night for it. But like, wait, so you're saying it was Jeff that was the main reason why that game failed?
I think it was Jeff.
One-man army.
Again, like he set him up. I think he set him up. He didn't need to.
So no issues with the gays, none of the community. Nah, let me go ahead. Jeff. That motherfucker.
Jeff, in tone, set up the game for failure by putting it last, and then the community took it like, oh, this must be a really good game if it's last at the Game Awards, one of the biggest game events of the year, and just for it to be like, okay, Apex Legends freaking game, MOBA game, whatever. Okay.
I will say the shooting definitely did feel like Apex on some real stuff. It definitely did feel like some Apex. But Crossin, what about you, yo? What about you?
I might get flamed for this, but I would actually argue that it being last at the Game Awards was not that big of a deal. I feel like people took that and kind of used that to justify never giving the game a chance. Because I saw so many people just convinced, because of that tower and because they wanted it, that it was going to be Titanfall 3, even though there was no information, nothing to say that Titanfall 3 was coming. And then people were so upset, regardless of what game they thought it was going to be, people were so upset that it wasn't the game they wanted, that they just doomed Highguard from the start. Like, we were talking about the Steam reviews. You go in and so many of those negative reviews are like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes playtime tops. How are you possibly giving it like a chance, an honest review, if you just barely... The tutorial itself takes like 20, 30 minutes. So how are you not even making it to an actual match? And you're just destroying the game. You're working backwards from a conclusion you've already made. Do I think it set the standards higher of what people were expecting? Yes, that's the curse, right, of having that slot. But people were so blinded by what they wanted that slot to go to that they just like cast Highguard out without even trying it. And then I think they probably should have either released some more trailers, some gameplay, something, instead of going radio silent once that announcement was over. But I also still think the game deserved a chance regardless of them doing that. But by the time it came out, I think, I feel like the gaming community just kind of doomed it and then trying to blame the game for them not giving it a shot. Even though, like Kaz said earlier, the developers were giving everybody everything they wanted as fast as they could. Oh, 3v3 isn't that great. Okay, here's 5v5 literally within days. Oh, we want a ranked system. Here's the ranked system within a week. So it's like, do I think the developers could have done more? Do I think Jeff probably could have set them up for success better? Absolutely. I would argue that at least 50%, if not higher, of the reasoning came from the gaming community itself.
Yeah, it's just insane, bro. I mean, here's my thought about it. Because like maybe because I'm a little bit out of the loop when it comes down to the Game Award culture, I'll call it that. Because like I don't see a big deal of making it the last trailer of the Game Awards. Like, of course, if it's the last one, you're expected to go ahead and be, you know, a little good, a little decent, and all that stuff. But do I think it's gonna go ahead? I think people went ahead and went into this Game Awards thinking that the last trailer that's gonna go ahead and be shown is gonna go ahead and be like a groundbreaking game and all that stuff. And it's like it not every game that we're gonna go ahead and get year in or year out is gonna go ahead and be groundbreaking, this and the third. And you want how I know people don't even care about stuff like that? Because like every time that we complain about like innovation within the gaming community, like people ask for, oh, I want this, oh, I want that, nah. Majority of times people are asking for more from the actual titles that we have. Like we have Black Ops 7. Can we acknowledge that? Like, we're at Black Ops 7. There's a good chance we get Black Ops 8. Like you said, there's people that want Titanfall 3. Like, we keep... And I don't mind getting sequels of games, but when we go ahead and get games that try to go ahead and become their own franchise, try to go ahead and do something different and all that stuff, it's met with hostility, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a shooter. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold it to you. The only reason to why like stuff like ARC Raiders and all that stuff, the reason why games like that do really, really well, because Embargo has already made a name for itself within the industry. Like the finals is, I will dare say, one of the most underrated game FPS shooter that we have gotten in a hot ass minute. And not a lot of people appreciate that shit. Yeah, exactly. Like people don't even appreciate the finals, but like they do a really good ass motherfucking game. They sure as hell can make fucking games. Oh my god, Embark, I love y'all. Y'all amazing. Good job on Arc Raiders, for real. I'm about to hop on this after this fucking podcast. But where am I going with this? What I'm saying is like when people when people went ahead and like looked at that game, when I looked at that trailer, they already went ahead and met it with so much hostility because it wasn't something that they really, really care for. I'm not saying you have to care for it. I'm not saying you have to go ahead and like, if you tried it genuinely and you don't like it, I'm not saying that you have to go ahead and like, you know what I'm saying? You don't like it. It's not your cup of tea. People went above and beyond that shit. It is like people don't want to acknowledge that. It's like when I go ahead and I talk to people, it's like, oh, like 2 million people would have tried the game and all that stuff. Nuh-uh. Add more to the context. Yeah, harass content creators. Yeah, harass the streamers who was trying to go ahead and try the game, play the game. Anyone who's promoting the game out of their free will, not even paid by the actual developers. I don't even think the developers even went out to pay content creators. Y'all called them out being like, oh, this gotta be a paid ad, da. It's like, y'all can give you can give criticism if you really want to, right? Y'all just don't know how to. So in my opinion, right, like the game had its own issues, you know, the optimization most definitely could have got worked on, but the community did not want that game to succeed in any way, shape, or form. They want that game to fail as soon as they went ahead and saw it, as soon as they saw it was the last game to go ahead and be revealed at the Game Awards and all that stuff. They did not give that game any type of grace. And it's honestly exhausting because it's like they will go ahead and they will like target games like this. But I'm telling you, from my experience of just like looking into the space within gaming, the internet, all that stuff, there are so many other games that we need to go ahead and call out that be doing some dumbass shit. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly think when it comes down to this game specifically, the community did not do it justice whatsoever. It's very bad. It's very bad. That said, right, when it comes down to like the community and all that stuff, right? How much influence you think the community has when it comes down to these games succeeding and all that stuff? Because here's the one thing that because Carson, you also mentioned that like the game High Guard, right? Like they really wasn't like talking about it like that, right? When you know the first trailer and all that. The reason why I heard that they were supposed to go ahead and try to drop it similar to Apex. Now, for the viewers, if you do not know what that means, essentially they was gonna go ahead and just drop that shit. No trailers, no nothing, just boom. There's the game and all that stuff, which I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't really make sense to begin with because if that was the case, then why would it? I don't.
Why would you get the game? Like no marketing or that. Why would I play the game, bro?
Apex did the same thing, mind you, and they were pretty successful now. I mean, of course, now they're doing marketing and all that stuff, but like, nah, game developers do that. You know what I'm saying? They do that. However, it's like if that's the case, it's like. I don't know what they were gonna go ahead and get in return because, like, I mean, they're shutting down because they didn't really meet players' expectations. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, do I make games? I mean, I'm trying to right now, but like, I'm not like a developer. I'm not like that deep into it. But but either which way, right? Like they was gonna go ahead and try to drop it and all that stuff. But from the day they went ahead and dropped that trailer from the Game Awards and all that stuff to when the game dropped to now the game failing and all that stuff, how much power do you think the community has over these video games, yo? Crossing.
I feel like they have a lot of power. Like, don't get me wrong, I think if you're going to shadow drop your game, you better be 10,000% confident in the state of the game. I mean, Silksong pretty much shadow dropped. They announced it and then it shadow dropped like within a week. But they knew from how well Hollow Knight did that it was going to do just fine. So you have to be confident. And I think even if that was their plan, as soon as they saw the wave of criticism about their silence, you could argue they probably should have started to pivot and drop something because the shadow drop plan was already not going well. That being said, I think the community had a lot more influence than they want to admit now that the game is, couldn't be suffering more because they have to shut it down. I mean, from the day it announced, you had these major gaming accounts on Twitter, on TikTok, these pages with thousands, tens of thousands of followers every single day regurgitating the same negative information about why you shouldn't give the game a chance, why the game is going to fail at launch, why it's not even worth trying. And it was the same, oh, they're not dropping trailers. They didn't deserve that slot at the Game Awards. So no real substance, but you're kind of fear-mongering the game before it can even come out to your thousands and thousands of followers. And then the game comes out and people are taking that at its word and now they're not giving the game a chance. Or they download it for 20 minutes, but they've already got a preconceived idea of what their opinion is. So they're not objectively giving it, a chance. So it's interesting now that those same accounts, when the game was doing exactly what people were asking for, were not as loud about praising the game as they were about destroying the game before it even came out, because that's what was getting clicks, that's what was getting views. And now they have nothing to say about the fact that the game is now having to shut down because nobody would give them a chance. It's not 100% of the reason, but I do think the community played a huge part that now nobody wants to take accountability for.
I really don't think anyone wants to take accountability for 100%. It's just like I'm not sitting here saying it's 100% the community. I mean, it's a good chunk, don't get me wrong. But it's like I said, there's a way to go ahead and give criticism without going the extreme. And I do agree. There was creators as well, too, that was bashing this game without even giving it a chance and all that stuff, right? Like, when I go ahead, because I do take the time to go ahead and criticize games this and the third, when I criticize games, I go ahead, I share my point of view and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't want these games to fail because the more games we have, the more competition, the better the games overall go ahead and get. So it's like, there's a way to go ahead and do it, but it's just, when it comes down to the community right now, it's just it's very embarrassing to say the least. And honestly, yes, I think they have way more power than they initially think they have. But I will say this as well too, because you did brought up like they should have pivoted and all that stuff. My thing is though, because like the way that they worded it, it's like, the game that was supposed to be the last game to be revealed, it got delayed. So, Jeff kind of reached out to them being like, I like the game. I kind of fuck with this shit. You should be the last game to be announced and all that stuff. And they agree with it. And I'm like, why would they do that? If y'all already have a plan to go ahead and shadow drop it, why would you do that? Because your game is already announcing, or your game is already launching a few weeks after that whole show. Y'all don't got anything prepped for it. Why do y'all think that was a smart idea? That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. So like right there, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yeah, that's kind of on the fault of High Guard, because that's just a really dumb marketed decision. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, cool. You have one trailer to go ahead and like, have when it comes out to the Game Awards and all that stuff. But it's like, y'all not gonna do anything else after that. You're not gonna kind of ride that wave. You had people. Hey, listen. If that 2 million number is right, you had people that was looking up your game. Trying to go ahead and see what it was all about and all that stuff. You had the momentum, but it is what it is. But yeah, now Cosmic, how you feel? The community. You know what I'm saying? You think the community sometimes forget how much power they have when it comes down to these video games, or?
Yeah, Absolutely, dude. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. We all had a game back in the day that was probably a very bad game review wise. But if you had fun, then that was your experience. And I think we are losing that sense.
No,
It's very mob
absolutely.
mentality. Everything right now is very mob mentality, bro. I want to have a game that like I enjoy, like Asura's Wrath. People said Asura's Wrath was like it was just like Japanese God of War, you know, and that's perfectly fine. But it's like a top 5 game for me because like
Mhm.
I love everything about the game. But I don't need everyone else to have the same opinion as me. I really don't. As long as I love the game, and I'm gonna keep on playing it for like forever. And nowadays, if the game isn't, which it doesn't make any sense because like not every game is gonna be a freaking banger, you know. But like some games are just like okay, and that's fine. And people are gonna like those okay games. What I'm trying to say is we're so quick to review bomb and hate on a game just because it's not freaking like peak. I guess it's just so dumb. That's just so dumb that we
It
review
is.
bomb stuff nowadays. We review bomb movies that we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, like, yo, Friday the Freddy's probably gonna be the best example. I'm gonna be completely honest because a lot of critics don't even like Friday the Freddy's. I'm using Friday as a freaking example because you know how many people dick ride that goddamn franchise. Hang on, before y'all come down my neck. I do like Friday the Freddy's. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite franchises. Not like, would I put a top 10? Probably not top 10. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I do like Friday the Freddy's.
Not.
I mean, yo, listen, I actually gotta think about it. You know, actually, no, because like we did a video where we did like top 10 franchises and all that stuff. I don't think it was in my top 10, but I do like Friday the Freddy's. That's, I mean, hey, I grew up on that. Relax, I grew up on that. But like, no, it has a strong ass community. The movies and all that stuff, right? Critics don't like that shit. The community do? Fuck, yes, they do. Yes, they motherfucking do. And they're gonna milk the fuck out of that. And I'm all here for it. Cause like, I mean, they're not the best movies. They are enjoyable though. I'm not gonna lie, they are enjoyable. The first one was better than the second one, hands fucking down. But like they are kind of enjoyable. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Me, it's like people go ahead and they see these movies, they see these games, they see these piece of media, and rather actually take the time to give it a proper judgment of their time, criticism, all that shit. They're like, nah, this shit look nasty, gnarly, nerf this shit. Like they don't. It's insane. I really wish
for review bomb this game.
I really wish we could go back to the days. You remember back in the days where like it didn't even matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people wasn't really talking about games. Like, oh, they probably was, but I wasn't paying attention. People wasn't really like, you know, talking about games and this, that, and the dirt. You know what I'm saying? A game went ahead and dropped. You went to GameStop. You saw a game that you wanted to go ahead and play. You picked it up for the clearance rack and all that. You went home. You played it. You enjoyed it. Bro, I missed that era. No, let's take it a step back. You know what era I missed? When they made a lot of different motherfucking video games that was based off of movies. Who remembers that shit? Who remembers that shit?
Yep.
Who remembers playing Madagascar after watching the Madagascar movie?
I was just gonna say Madagascar.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do we all have the Madagascar game? Like,
because that was one of the best ones. Let's be honest. That was one of the like the best, well put together. Goddamn. No, there was more. I'm about to list them. All the games I used to go ahead and play when I was younger that was based on movies, or that was yeah, that's it, right? Fucking Madagascar. Surf's Up, damn near Ants.
What the fuck, Ants?
Oh, what was it called? No, probably not Ants. I think Ants they had their own game, but it was called Ant Bully, some shit like that.
Life?
No. Google it right now. Ants. I think it's called Ant Bully or some shit like that. It's where the kid went ahead and shrunk down like an ant and all that shit, and he learned to go ahead and be nice with the ants, and they had the exterminator.
Yeah,
that shit.
What the hell are you talking about?
It was a good game. It was a good game. Look it up if you didn't look into it. What else I'm thinking of right now? Shit, I'll put Toy Story up in there, even though I didn't really like it like that. Flush away. Oh, flush away. That shit was bomb, bro. I missed that shit so much. B movie as well too. B movie. Ratatouille. Come on, Ratatouille is fucking fire. There's one more that I'm missing right now. Oh, Arthur. Y'all don't know Arthur. Y'all don't know that shit. I know that shit. Look it up if you don't know it. I actually don't. It's because it's not just Arthur. There's more to it. But it's like the little elf dude with like the white hair and all that shit. That's a pull. If you know what that is, Let me know. I know we got some people around my motherfucking age watching this podcast right now. Let me know. That's a poll.
Yeah, what the hell is he talking about?
Look it up. Look it up. Do I gotta look? I'll look it up for y'all. Sure.
So many like games, movies
You don't-
that I just have like not seen.
And guess what? Guess what? You didn't know about it, but guess what? I still played them and I enjoyed them. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. Dummy.
We're talking about any kind of movie that turned video game, bro. The Incredibles is right there.
Oh yeah, The Incredibles. Yep.
Also excellent.
Iron Man,
Spider-Man. Yup.
1 and 2.
Yup.
Third one, like I played.
Can we put Beyblade there too? Like the Beyblade on DS as well too. That was kind of good. No.
DS, so I can't put it.
Damn. I was gonna say Bakugan as well
Ouch.
too. You say Ash or ass?
No, I said ouch.
Oh,
to
I was
him not having a DS.
Nah, to go to.
I had a PS2, the greatest console of all time.
He is not wrong. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna fight him
you're
on that.
not wrong for saying that.
Shoot, that's all the games I just mentioned. I played on a PS2 or a PS3. Shoot,
Yes.
but you guys get what I mean. It's like I missed the era where like it didn't matter what games were being put out, bro. It's like those games were just fun to go ahead and play. People did not care about other people's opinion. But now social media is so dominant in our day-to-day life, and people operate on other people's opinion. It's just like I don't know. People don't really see the need to give games a fair chance. If someone say, "Oh, the game is bad," people genuinely would not go ahead and play the game because someone say the game is bad, and it's so dumb. Bro. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Now, I will say this, right? There's a difference between giving constructive criticism and actually dogging on a game, right? I'm gonna take myself for example, right? I used to go ahead and play a game called Farlight 84, and a lot of people. In that community, right? When I was a part of the community and all that stuff, whenever I go ahead and voice my opinion, people go ahead and be like, why can you let people have fun? You know, I like this game. I enjoy this game and all that stuff. And I'm like, Brody, I didn't say you don't play the game. You can play the game. These are all my opinions to why I don't really like the game. And to be completely honest, the reason why I don't like Farlight is much more than just gameplay. I worked with them once. We connected promoting their game and all that stuff. But there's a lot of things behind the scenes that they was doing that I did not appreciate. That's why I don't really mess with Farlight 84. And then even with their market as well too. It's just there's a lot of issues with that game that needs to be voiced and vocal. But hey, it's a free to play game. If you want to go ahead and try it. If you someone that's tired of Apex and you want something a little bit easier and mainly easier because it has so many bots in the game for no reason, go ahead and try it out. Play it. Have your own fucking opinion. No, I'm not wishing for these games to go ahead and die out, but like some things you do gotta go ahead and talk about. Some things need to be voiced, you know, especially if we as a community are the people that's gonna go ahead and play these games and all that stuff. Yes, no one is saying don't voice your opinion, but there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. So I'm sort of crossing, right? What do you think is the line that should not be crossed, right? If you were to go ahead and give constructive criticism, right? How would you go ahead and do it? How do you think the community should do it? And what's the line that should not be crossed when it comes down to, you know, not trying to go ahead and like hate on like the publishers, developers, and all that stuff? How do we go from constructive criticism to actually just bash and hate it and all that stuff?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things. One, if you're going to give the criticism, you should probably have some idea of what they should or what you feel like they should have done or could have done instead. So if you're just throwing out criticisms, but you have no idea what the opposite would be or what the solution would be, how are you going to dog on it? You're not even sure what the fix is, one. And two, trying to phrase your criticism as if that is law. If I didn't like the game, so now none of you who are watching should like the game. You shouldn't give it your own chance. Yeah, like, if I were to pull a different example, Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 just came out recently, right?
Oh my god, yep, I know you're going with this.
Yeah.
I know exactly going with this.
Don't flame me in the comments, please. But the huge news that came out was that Markiplier did not like the chapter at all. Said he was done playing the game, and he was hurt by that because they had shouted him out in previous chapters and everything. But he did not sit there and tell people not to play it themselves or not give it a chance. When he has a very huge following. He could have sat there and been like, this game is awful, nobody should play it, like, boycott Poppy Playtime. That would have been crossing the line too far. I just played a game, Cosmic was there, where for 30 minutes I was this close to just quitting the game and giving up because of a poor mechanic that was happening. But I didn't sit there and say, Part of
Ooh.
it was probably a skill issue, but Cosmic was there. It was a bad mechanic. But
Me
I
barely being able to
still,
see nothing. I'm like, what's happening? Yeah, I gotta stay in the back of the room so she doesn't see me. So she can come in the room, but as long as she's in the back of the room, she can't see you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, also this lighter that I have, she can sense that I am using it.
I'm so lost. Are we talking about the part where damn near the girl with the purple braids turn off the
no,
lights?
this isn't about Poppy Playtime. The game that I was playing was not Poppy Playtime.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm lost. I'm thinking it was still on Poppy Playtime. That's why. What are we talking about?
No, I played a different indie game that just had a very broken mechanic. You can tell maybe wasn't tested by an actual person. So the developer didn't know how it was actually going to play out. I could have sat there and told people, don't play the game. It's awful. It's not even worth it. No, I was like, hey, this is why I feel like this mechanic is not good. Here's what I feel like you could have done instead to tweak it, but let's still give the rest of the game a chance. That is how you give criticism. Yeah, and I still ended up beating it. That's how you give your criticism while still giving the game a fair shake. But going out here and trying to basically stir up the mob to your mentality and nobody else's, that's when it just crosses the line into essentially bullying with no actual like substance to work off of.
But Carson, I have to be mad and angry so I can get my point across. And the devs, they don't listen to me whatsoever. I want Black Ops 65.
No, I'm being so nice. There's people that actually act like that, bro. Yeah. It's like, I have to be angry and mad to go and get my point across. It's like, no, you don't. You just have to have constructive criticism. There's ways you could worse shit. I mean, this is the internet. We all know the internet do not know how to word their words half the damn time. So what am I even talking about? But it's like, if you guys want the shit that y'all damn near want, then damn near voice it in a way to where you could actually get your shit. You know what I'm saying? Also, this is completely off topic, but well, on topic, but a side note. I remember going on Twitter and there was people being like, now that High Guard's gone, people will go ahead and focus on story games. And, you know, now we have live service games and all that stuff. And there was people just arguing within the comment section being like, oh, we have enough live service games and story games. And we have enough story games and live service games. Can y'all motherfuckers not chew gum and walk at the same time? There's motherfuckers making story games. There's people making story games and live service games all the time. And that's kind of why I kind of bring up, like, when it comes down to, like, if you're not getting what you want when it comes down to these big corporations, just play indie. Just play indie. I remember there was someone else that commented on my video being like, there's more people hopping on indie and all that stuff and da-da-da. Good. Let's continue to do that. Let's continue to do that because, like, at the end of the day, right, we have not been doing that. You know what I'm saying? You still got people wishing for Call of Duty to be better. You got people that was bandwagon on motherfucking Overwatch for a long time now. You got people that love these franchises and want these franchises that that wanted to go ahead and do good, but they take a minute to go ahead and get there. And, you know, I'm not saying bash or anything like that, but hey, you want to know the best way to go ahead and voice your opinion? Play something fucking else. You got so many different options. You don't have to go ahead and say to goddamn Twitter or anything like that and bash a game or make a video. Literally play something else. There is options for you. There is. I promise you, there is. But yeah, Cosmic, I'm gonna toss the question over to you, man. Like, when it comes down to, like, actually, damn, I kind of forgot the exact question I went ahead and ask y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You forgot too. Wait a minute. I gotta scroll. I got like a whole list of questions as well. When it comes down to, like, criticism and all that stuff, there we go. Where do you draw the line and all that? Like, when did it becomes criticism, like constructive criticism, and when does the line actually, like, when someone crosses the line, what does it look like when it actually turns into, like, you know, bullying, harassing, doxing?
When does it cross the line into bullying and harassment?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, shoot.
Actually, I think I got it right. I think, like, when it crosses the line when you're targeting the creators of the game on their personal accounts and sending hate to them. Even the freaking voice actors and the well, just the actors too, who just are looking to get paid. You know, like the the voice actress for Ghost of Yotei, I forgot her name. She was like brought up a lot in like why people shouldn't buy Ghost of Yotei. It was because she was anti-Trump, and then she was
Really?
LGBT.
Oh.
Yeah, she's LGBT, and people like went after her. They call it like Ghost of Woke Tay or some dumb thing like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I do remember this.
Yeah, she was freaking harassed for just voicing her opinions on politics. Had nothing to do with the game, and like people tried to boycott the game, but like the game did very well actually, so that failed. But that's where it should draw the line. That or when you have less than like 4 hours of playtime on a game, you shouldn't be able to leave a review if you don't have playtime on a game. You shouldn't be able to just review bomb without that criteria being met.
Nah, like what I was gonna go ahead and say, because there actually is a story I could tell you right now. Like, do y'all know the situation with Helldivers?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh,
I actually learned about it like today.
Oh yeah, nah, bro. Like for the audience, if you didn't know, Helldivers on the Reddit on the subreddit, right? There was a guy that was like, "Yo, listen, I'll pay the developers $10,000 for them to go ahead and try a certain section of the game that apparently I think was like what unbeatable or something like that, or just hard to beat overall. I'll pay you $10,000 if y'all can go ahead and beat this shit because I don't know, my guy, like." This shit, I'm not fucking with this shit. It's too hard for me. You know, I don't know exactly his wording and all that stuff. I can't go ahead and, look at the Reddit. I think it's gone at this point, or at least the post. But yeah, no, I don't know exactly what he said. But regardless, he went ahead and then got doxxed, got threatened, him and his family. He lost his job, and he lost his volunteering role that he had at one of the places that he was volunteering and all that stuff. Can you imagine? Now, I actually want to go ahead and look at the message. Because can you imagine voicing your opinion about a game and you lose your job over it, my dude?
I don't even know how that happens.
How the fuck do that happen?
Literally, how does that happen?
What
could people say to make you lose your job? Like they just
he must have said a slur in that Reddit, bro.
That's
like
the
I
crazy
did.
Thing is, he didn't. Like, so
you read it?
He got. Yeah, I saw it before all the tweets and stuff started getting taken down. He got fired not because of what he said, but the job location itself was getting so many harassing threats from people calling in that they had to let him go as like a liability. All he said was, "Hey, I will donate this money to a charity of your choice if you can beat this section of the game on the hardest difficulty, because the like widespread opinion is that this area on the hardest difficulty is unplayable. So if you can show that it's playable, then I will take back what I'm saying. I will donate this money to a charity of your choice." And then this is what he got. That's all he said. And this is what happened to him.
And all the developers said was like, we don't condone this type of behavior. I said, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's the most craziest thing I think I heard in a minute within the community. Like, oh my.
Way too many calls of people trying to blow up our stuff, bro. You gotta go, man. Ain't sympathy for this man. Boss, I'm trying to give money to a charity.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it because, the dude got dogs. If they got the phone number, homies could pull up, do something, Like that's a liability. I can see why they had to let him go. It's just the fact that it got to that point where people was arguing over pixels. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that should have been a topic of the damn podcast because that's insane. Yeah. Oh dear God, bro. But you see what I mean though? Like the community when it comes down to games is just very, very, very toxic. And it's like no one's talking about this. Like, again, we're not sitting here saying be quiet about your opinion and all that stuff. But my guys, y'all are doing the most. Y'all are extra. Like
extra as fuck.
Extra as shit. Oh my God. Okay, I guess let me do this, right? Let me go ahead and change the question a little bit. Let's talk to the industry just a little bit, right? Crossan, I'm gonna swing the question your way first. How much responsibility you think the industry and developers have when it comes down to the community? You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes down to them being toxic and the way they act. I guess that's like really good follow-up question when it comes down to the hell divers and all that stuff. How much responsibility you think these guys have when it comes down to how the community acts?
I think it's tough because at the end of the day, yes, people are adults for the most part, or if they're children, should be monitored by adults and therefore should be taking care of their own decisions. But especially if you're like a dev team that is known for being online, you're known for interacting with your community, if you see this kind of mob mentality being created around aspects of your game, or kind of similar to, the mob mentality around Souls-likes, and you're not allowed to say anything negative about those games, or just the mob comes after you. At a certain point, even if you're not going to quote unquote punish players, you have to take a stand, because you being silent is still you taking a stand. So, I mean, an example I can kind of think of is Rivals, for all of their faults, just came out the other day and was like, here is this action we're going to take against people throwing matches, because we don't stand for that in our game. They could have very easily ignored it and pretended that they didn't see it as a problem, but they took a stance. So you do have to stand up at some point and say, hey, we don't condone this behavior. Even if you can't enact a physical consequence, you have to be willing to say something, because this is all wrapped around your game. And if you don't say anything, whether you like it or not, people are going to take that as you agreeing with the mob. So if that's how you want to be known, okay, I can't stop you. But then don't act surprised that people are just amping it and amping it and amping it when you were never once, even though you're tweeting 20 times a day from the company account, you can't come out once and say, hey, this behavior is unacceptable. That tells me a lot more about you than I think these teams think that it does.
That's true. And also, just to go ahead and clarify, yes, Helldivers did go ahead and respond to the situation. I'm not gonna lie though, the response. I don't say. I mean, they did, but like, bro, the man lost his job. What are we talking about, bro? Like, oh yeah, nah, like doxing people is wrong. Da 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 da. We condone that. Like, that's bad. All that stuff. Can I get my job back? What are we talking about? Yeah. Like, your community literally went ahead and threatened my family. I lost my job. I can sue y'all. What are we talking about? Oh my god, Cosmic. What about you, bro? What's your thoughts, opinion, man? Like, how much responsibility you think these developers and publishers have when it comes down to the community? God,
they gotta say something. Well, they did say something, but like, it wasn't like good enough, because like you said before, he lost his job, so like, am I supposed to hold that? Like, I trying to give a charity some money so that they can because like, I'm trying to make a point that like, your game is like really hard and you give me nothing while I lose everything around me.
Nah, you gain a headache. What are you talking about? You get a headache. You got something out of it. You got a life lesson.
Frag grenade and I pulled the pin on it already.
Yeah, still give me something. Actually, you gave me multiple things. A frag grenade, a loud noise, nothingness. Shrapnel? No, nothingness. What am I seeing after that shit goes off? Nothing.
You're dead, but
exactly.
The explosion, the shrapnel, and the grenade.
I'm not gonna.
Grenades have shrapnel.
Oh, I know. I'm not gonna be alive to experience the shrapnel. You know what I'm saying? The explosion. Right now.
We're gonna move up.
Continue what you're talking about.
The response just wasn't enough to really satisfy anybody, especially for the guy who lost his job. Sorry for him, and I hope he gets another job. But devs, that's y'all people right there, man. I know you can't really like do anything because you can't like ban them or whatever like that from like playing the game. But something gotta be done, bro.
Something needs to be done. Something. It's honestly ridiculous. But I guess a really good follow-up question to that is like, Are we starting to see a pattern when it comes down to this stuff that the community is doing? When it comes down to new games that come out and all that stuff, and they are bashing them, bashing the industry, the publishers, and all that stuff. Are we starting to see a pattern, or is this just something that's like a one-off type of shit? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's probably gonna continue. I ain't gonna hold you.
You think it's gonna continue?
I think it's gonna continue. Honestly, I think it's just gonna keep on happening.
What we gotta do to do better then? Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to go ahead and like say some slurs and curse out some devs right now. I'm not gonna lie. Did I stutter? Did I stutter? Did I stutter? I want to go ahead and call EA the hard R right now. I'm not gonna lie, and I can because I'm black. I'm black. I got that card. I could do it. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. I can. What's stopping me? What's stopping me?
Do it then.
I'm not gonna do it now because then I have to edit that shit out. But nah. Now.
Okay. If you say so, buddy.
Guys, that's a joke, by the way. I mean, no, I do say that, you know, I'm black. I say it anyway and all that stuff, but like, you know, fuck EA. But no, for real. Well, how do we do better as a community?
Don't give the wrong people platforms, I guess. Like we know degenerate activity when we see it, and we should call it out. And there are content creators who also do the same thing. We should just not give them platforms and call them out. I think recently, like the latest person that got like that has like their platform turned around was like the Peanut guy, the VTuber Peanut, whatever. He's apparently super shitty.
Is it? I mean, for what I heard, yeah. For what I heard, yeah. But I'm not. I don't watch his content to know anything about him, so. But I just know I heard some things. At least the VTuber community do not like that Peanut.
They don't.
They do not.
They kind of don't classify him as a VTuber.
He like is, but he's like. He is. Wait, filter. All VTubers got a filter on.
Okay, VTuber has a model. What Peanut has is
no shit.
He doesn't even call himself a VTuber.
He doesn't call himself a VTuber, but I'm saying like when a VTuber is also a filter. You also gotta go ahead and use a filter to put on the model. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know what I'm saying? I could go to a store right now, get like a free model, put it on, you know, do my little thingy thing and all that stuff, and boom. Or a PNG tuber. Also, is PNG tuber like same thing as a VTuber? I'm pretty sure, right?
Yes.
Yes and no, yeah.
Moving image is it doesn't react to your movements or your facial structure or whatever like that. It's just when you open your mouth, your PNG will make a different action, probably with your mouth open, and you'll go back to the idle, not talking image.
I kind of want to be a VTuber. I'm not gonna lie. VTuber is too much fun. You laughing at me? Shut up. What if I want to go ahead and be something like cool? You know what I'm saying? Be my own character. What if I want to be a furry? Then what?
For $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, you can.
Why
make
are you laughing at me?
True.
He laughing at me. What if I really want to go ahead and be a furry VTuber? I'm not even joking. What if I really want to go ahead and do it? See, Cross is more goddamn fucking helpful and more what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word and I'm forgetting the word right now. She believes in me. Why can't you, Cosmic? Why can't you not support my hosted dreams? What if I want to go ahead and wag my tail on live stream? Huh? What if I want to go ahead and just wag my tail and just you know sing that one Fox song? What was that one shit? What does the fox say?
God.
Ding, 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 ding. As a VTuber. You know what? Diamond's gonna watch this and she's gonna see you laughing and you tearing down VTubers.
Whoa!
Yo. Diamond, get his ass. Yo, look at him.
Whoa. That's not what at all.
Oh, so it's
for you doing it.
Just for me.
Yeah,
so I can't be a VTuber. He doesn't believe in the vision.
Yeah, no.
Man, shut up. Whatever. It's okay.
Maybe you did VTuber first. You know, if you were a VTuber off the rip, I can't say anything.
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead. It's gonna be a separate channel. It's gonna be a separate channel. No one's gonna know who I am. I'm gonna have a voice mod and all that stuff. We're gonna have my own model and all that.
Kittens and stuff. Yeah.
What?
You're to call people kittens and stuff. That's what you do.
Yeah. First, we getting off topic. yo, CrossFit. How you feel? Right? Oh my god, that was crazy. Like when it comes up to the community and all that, do you think this is gonna be an ongoing thing? Do you think it's gonna be a one-off thing when it comes on the high guard and all that stuff? But if you think it's gonna be like ongoing, how do we fix it? How do we get better as a community?
Yeah, I feel like it's already been an ongoing thing, and it's just ramping up over time. And similar to Cosmic's answer, one of the biggest things you do, we have to stop building the platforms of people that are pushing that kind of negativity and just mob mentality. Because here's the thing, even if they won't admit it, a lot of these accounts do it because they know it's going to get clicks.
Facts.
They know if they act that way, if they say these inflammatory things, it's going to get the views, it's going to get the shares. And guess what? You stitching the video to try and be like, oh, this isn't that great, is still giving them the platform. You're still interacting with the original content. You're still doing what they were hoping you would do. So I think if we stopped essentially allowing them to monetize such widespread hate, because that's what it tends to turn into, it wouldn't be so prevalent. But instead we're doing the exact opposite, and then we're wondering why people keep doing it, because they're making money off of it. They're making money hand over fist over being a grade A hater, and you're feeding into it. So I don't think it's like an overnight fix, but we have to stop feeding into the attention seeking that they're doing if we want it to slow down at all.
So what I'm hearing from y'all is it's not the community's fault. It's us as content creators' fault. Dang. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I know. I'll fuck with y'all. Nah, I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. But, like, oh my God. With that being said, let me ask y'all both a follow-up question real quick. Do you think if it wasn't for social media, right, do you think that games would have better reputations overall?
Yes.
Overall. Oh, that was a hard ass yes. Absolutely. Damn. All right. So let's get rid of TikTok. Let's get rid of YouTube. Yeah. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Just drop that shit. Whoever plays it. You know, I think there was a few TikTokers not so long ago. They posted a video being like, "Yo, listen, exclusives of a console, get that shit out." You know what I'm saying? If it's good, put that shit on everything, bro. Like nowadays, you buying the console for the exclusives, this and the third, and that's why console is ass, and that's why I think mobile is better. Let's be honest. But like with console, when it comes down to it, you know, like they haven't really been evolving the way they used to go ahead and do when it came down to like, you know, the PlayStation 1, 2, 3. Ever since we got the like PlayStation 4 and 5, it's just been, especially Nintendo Switch. Even though Nintendo Switch have went ahead and decided different, being like a portable console and all that stuff. But like when it comes down to the exclusives and all that stuff, it's like that's the only reason why people is buying these shits. If you were to go ahead and put it on other platforms, you know, like PC's gonna go ahead and do better. Maybe give us some exclusives on mobile. Probably not. No. Okay, that's a stretch. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say. It's like, I don't know. I just feel as though when it comes down to these games, actually, what the fuck am I trying to say? I feel as though I kind of lost my point when I was trying to go ahead and like.
Absolutely, you did.
I lost the point, didn't I?
You lost the plot.
You know what? Low key, I think I just brought it up because I want to just dog on console.
The truth comes out.
No. Wait, I remember because like when it comes down to like game representation and all that stuff. There we go. No, my fault. It's like when I go on rants and all that shit, I kind of lose the actual main focus. I was like just saying so much shit. I got so much stuff in my mind and all that stuff. But like no, when it comes down to like game exclusives and all that, what I'm saying is, right, they will have more of a better reputation, right? If it's a good game, put on all the platforms, it will go ahead and do better. Because regardless, if it's on console, like yeah, like Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, they're gonna do their job to go ahead and market it alongside with the console and all that stuff.
Here he goes again, bro.
I didn't get there yet. Wait a minute, I didn't get there yet. I'm just saying, like, if it was just on everything, it would just be better overall, right? Because if it's a good game,
what?
then it's gonna go ahead and do good.
What?
Because console.
What?
Console is ass.
Are you hear this guy, bro?
Barely.
Thank you, Lord, for muting this man's mic.
Bro, did it cut out again? What the fuck is going on with the damn podcast?
Oh, Lord, you brought him back. You brought him back.
Bro, I promise you, when we do the editing and all
out.
that stuff, it's not gonna go ahead and showcase any of that, bro. So it's literally just gonna go ahead and be me talking, you saying what and all that stuff. But what I was saying,
that was rude.
If more games was not exclusives and all other platforms, and if it really was good, it would be better for the game. The only reason why people is buying exclusives is because the consoles, or not my fault. The only reason why people is playing consoles is for exclusives, because consoles has been asked for a minute. That's all I gotta say. Oh shoot! But I do agree. I think like when it comes down to like a good game, I mean, hey, like back then games wasn't relying on social media like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, what changed? You know, I mean, yeah, it's better, but it definitely was a point in time where games were like succeeding without social media. So it is possible. Please, let's bring back the era where they was making like movies of games and all that stuff. Please, bro. I miss Madagascar so much. I really do. I miss playing as the penguins. Those penguin missions were fun, especially on the Back to Africa movie. That shit was fire. Oh, that shit was fire. That was peak Madagascar gaming. Holy crap. Oh my god.
For me was peak.
I didn't really play the Incredible game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have not. I should. I know I should, but it's whatever. It's whatever. So what does the situation says about the community and the issue right now in terms of like how we are moving, you know, as the whole gaming landscape? What is it saying for us? Like, does this mean that we are going to go ahead and get less games? Or are we going to go ahead and get less quality games, better quality games? What do you guys think is going to happen out of this? Cosmic.
We're probably gonna get like more generic ass games, bro. Because if you're not making like an X kind of game, it seems like the people just don't want it. Which is why I want to get this right. Hold on. Which is why I applaud. There's no way this is his name.
What?
I'm trying to find bro in here. It's why I applaud Waffle so much for showing people newer games that aren't the standard. Because for people like him who shows like these other indie games that aren't AAA games that people are always discovering, like Apex Legends and whatever like that. He's showing people alternatives to that are fun indie games and they're cheap. You don't always have to like look for AAA games or AA games, you know. Gold could be right around the corner if you actually would just look.
Why gold? I want diamond, motherfucker. I want riches. Fuck the gold. I want the diamonds. I want a diamond minecart. You're a hater. Shout out to Dan TDM and shout out to Waffles. I love you, man. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, Dan TDM, amazing. Crosser, before you say anything, I do want to go ahead and say this. If anyone sit here and say that High Guard was a generic game, I don't want to hear your take on game ever again. Like, please sit in the fucking corner. That game was not generic.
Bases. It was like a MOBA. You had to build a base and like take other people's bases.
If y'all can show me a game that has the same exact game mode and plays the same exact way that High Guard does, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my ass with a fucking cactus. Cacti. Who is it? Cactus or cacti? Or is it both?
Cacti is the plural.
Yeah.
That's the plural? Really? Really? Huh. I learn something new every day.
You know what a plural means.
Yeah, you're right. Matter of fact, if you could go ahead and show me a game that's similar to High Guard and all that stuff, play the same way High Guard, I'll go back to college and get a degree of something. I don't know. Maybe culinary school. I like cooking. I cook better than these motherfuckers, low key. So, yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? Like that's not true.
Why the
Because you were just eating that crazy watery oatmeal before this episode started.
Freaking oatmeal. I'm gonna eat me some oatmeal. I'm cooking this.
Talking about something I cook better than all y'all.
I could pour out some freaking chicken Alfredo better than you, bro.
Bro, I wanted something quick to fucking eat, my dude. What are you talking about? I want something quick to eat, so I went ahead. I wanted something quick to eat, so I made some quick oatmeal. Yeah, I put some oil, some water in it. I put some a little bit of salt in it, protein powder, a little bit of maple syrup and all that shit, and it tastes good. It tastes good. But guess what? I can still cook when I want to.
That's results.
Well, yo, one of these days we are gonna do a cooking show, and I'm gonna flame all y'all, bro. I swear. One of these days, I'm gonna just. Oh, I can't wait to get a studio. Crossing. What your thoughts? Now I'm an oatmeal. Damn. I know you used to eating whatever the fuck they eat back in the goddamn 1980s. You know.
Interesting.
We have fun on this.
Everything.
We have fun on this podcast. What do you think what do you think the situation is between like relationship with the game industry and gamers? Like, what do you think is going to go ahead and happen afterwards if we continue going down this route?
Yeah, I feel like similar to Cosmic again, it's like games are going to feel less empowered to do anything different. I mean, even bigger developers, you see the developer behind Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be releasing that, like, what do you call it? It's like it's not similar to the story mode usually that they release. It's like a PvE multiplayer game, and people already from one trailer were just dogging on it, saying they're not going to play it. It's doomed from the start, this, that, and the other. And that's a big developer with proven success already, and people are just dooming it. So we're going to push these companies to just keep pushing out the same cookie cutter game over and over and over again. And the gag is then the community is going to switch up and start demonizing these companies, these developers, for pushing out the same game over and over again, even though that's what you're demanding of them. And I think what's crazy too is for all the hate that Highguard got, people kind of forget that the game was free. It was $0.99. And yet we put it on this pedestal as if they were asking $70, $80, $90. Like if the game was $100 and then it comes out, and I can understand if you're mad if there's no wow factor, there's nothing to justify that cost in your mind. The game was free. And y'all demonized it into the ground for what? So yeah, we're going to get to a point where we're just kind of pushing out the same regurgitated slop over and over again, because these companies are going to be so afraid that if they do anything new, it's just doomed. And not only is the game doomed, but that usually means your job is doomed. Your whole team is doomed to not have a job. And look what happened to the Highguard team. No jobs. Gone. And so it's like, you're not just crapping on the game, you're literally crapping on people's livelihoods with 15 minutes playtime. Like, come on. What are we doing out here?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, talking about this, you know what I just realized? Yo, GTA 6 is about to be a crazy ass launch. That may be one of the craziest launch you've ever seen in gaming history, bro. Because that shit is probably the most hyped up game in our generation. So that shit either gonna be good or it's gonna be bad. Oh my dear God. It's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. And I'm gonna be there to report it all. And you already know we're gonna go ahead and be there as well too, talking about it and all that stuff. But guys, before we go ahead and get into our game and all that stuff, I do want to go ahead and end off with one question, right? What is one lesson that both developers and the community can learn out of this whole experience with Highguard? Dan,
What
okay.
happened to your humanity and your empathy for your fellow man? Where's
What
that
the?
at?
Explain, because it's how. Huh?
Empathy for one another, like for the freaking the hell's everything. He was going to give money to charity, and y'all doxed him and got him fired. Charity doxing him. If you're like, it should have got to that point. Because why would you do that to somebody who's trying to help people out? What? Why do we have such motivation to destroy someone's life when they themselves just wanted to help people? And he walks away. So he's completely missed my point.
I'm listening.
You see the way his hair just like flicked back when he put his headphones on?
Yeah.
That nappy hair, bro.
It's locks. Fuck you. What are we talking about?
I'm calling it how I see it, man.
They're like little like string
They're
and
long,
things,
bro. They look like you freaking rolled them together with corn cheese grease, bro.
And you look like you made a Corey grease. What are we talking about?
Just because my skin's beautiful don't mean you gotta hate on me, bro.
That's not what I was aiming for, but okay.
Yeah, my skin is well taken care of. So it's
What the fuck you trying to say about my? Bro, do I need to pull up my dangerous skin routine right now?
Hey, next Nocturnal video is gonna be Cyber's skin routine.
Bro, I have a. What's your skin routine right now? Since you want to talk about that shiny ass forehead.
Dove soap.
Moving on. What the what?
Yeah, I use Dove soap, bro.
You just
On
use
the
Dove
face?
soap and that's it.
Just wash your face, bro. It's called all natural.
What the fuck is natural about Dove?
No, like the fact that I only have to use the Dove product and just wash my face, and my face looks beautiful.
That's not what all.
That's natural. Bro.
That's not.
I'm not saying I don't. First of all, that'd be disgusting if I just didn't wash my face, Cyber. Come on.
I didn't say no. That's not what I'm saying. But like you say, all natural. I'm thinking you mean in natural products. All natural is when you use
no products, bro. I use just Dove and I wash my face, bro. I wash my face every day, man.
Okay, yeah, washing fit, but like, no toner, no serum, no. You don't put sunscreen on your shit. You don't put sunscreen on yourself, do you?
Why do you put sunscreen on myself?
It didn't even sound like he uses moisturizer. Why would he use?
That's what I'm
sunscreen?
saying. Like,
what? I just wash my face.
you
Just wash your face, bro, and you're fine.
My skin would be so upset if I just hit a Dove bar to the face and nothing.
Yeah,
else.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're doing more damage to yourself than you thought you was doing to me, bro. I would stop.
Bro, I don't even put on like lotion like that, bro. Like I'm not even crusty at all. I'm not even ashy like whatsoever, bro.
All right, but cross it. We're moving on. Fuck on. Move the fuck on.
We're about to start the podcast episodes with an elbow check.
Yo, Cosmic, bro, what are you doing?
Elbow check, bro. I'm silky smooth, bro.
What the? I didn't say you.
Like a baby's bottom, bro.
You about to look like a raisin at the age of 40.
What are you talking about?
Oh, but
What?
you
I'm
know when you.
fine.
Oh, you'll know when you get there, bro. You'll know when you get there. Crossing. What is? Oh dear God! What is the lesson that should be learned here from both developers and community from the situation? Besides putting on moisturizer on your face and a lotion, and doing more to your face rather than just a Dove bar of soap, and maybe add some, I don't know, some sunscreen to your shit. How is your face so damn shiny every fucking episode if you're not putting anything on it besides the soap?
Because it's creating more oils trying to make up for the lack of moisturizer. That's not even me flaming you. That's just physically what the body is doing.
It's still funny.
I'm sorry.
What was the question? Oh. So I feel like for the community, it's like the same thing we've been talking about this whole time, right? Basic human fucking empathy out the window. I do think, though, for as much as we've been hyping the community about what happened for Highguard, the lead game director did come out and say and acknowledge that they knew that they had run out of time and money to get it to exactly where they wanted before the release day, but they were not allowed to push it back because of the powers that be above them. So they wanted it released on time, even though they knew that it wasn't quite ready. So on the game side, there's a level of greed that has come from just tossing out a game, knowing that it's not ready. And if you know your game is not in a release state and then you release it anyway, you can only be so surprised if people start to react negatively to that. Now, I don't think that for the majority that's what happened to Highguard. I think they got doomed before it could even come out. But if you knew the game wasn't ready, and this applies to other games too, you need to be willing to just push it back. I mean, this is a weird one to draw back to, but the Animal Crossing game delayed itself a month out from release, an entire year, because they were like, you know what, it's not where we want it to be. We're not going to be happy if we release it in this state. It sucks to push it out, but we're going to push it out because that's what we need to do. More games need to be willing to do that instead of just releasing what might be an early access state at best, and then be like, what do you mean you guys are unhappy? I guess we'll work on a new update, and the update is just the shit that was supposed to be there at launch anyway. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a big thing that developers can take away, is that you got to tone down the greed, because that's what it comes down to. You're not releasing it in an unready state for anything other than greed.
I'm thinking of hearing both point of views. For me, I would just say, okay, I'll do this, right? As the industry, for what I've seen, I don't give a fuck what game you push out as long as it's done right. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people have opinions when it comes down to free-to-play games, especially over onto mobile with, like, you know, microtransactions and just optimization issues, even on PC, optimization issues and just greedy practices and all that stuff, right? Understand, you do know people gotta go ahead and make the money at the end of the day. But if you are gonna go ahead and ask people to go ahead and put money into something, do it in a way to where, like, like, make sure you deliver on a good product. It doesn't have to be, I would hope it is a 10 out of 10 when it goes ahead and drop, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should want it to be a 10 out of 10. But even if it's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, little bugs happen here and there and all that stuff. There's some games that dropped that developers had to go ahead and have time to really work on to get to where it needs to go ahead and get. And stuff like that happens. Just continue to communicate to your community, continue to work with your community, continue to treat your community good. They will treat you good in return. Hopefully. For the community, you are allowed to criticize games. You are allowed to voice your opinion when it comes on the games. You are allowed to go ahead and play the games that you want to go ahead and play. You're allowed to go ahead and not touch games that you do not like. What you're not allowed to do is take it above and beyond to go ahead and harass individuals, dox individuals, then bully individuals into something that you did not get. There's no need for it. One, it's just dumb. Two, there's so much games out there for you. If there's one game that you don't like that a AAA studio is doing, there is plethora of other games that another studio is doing or indie studios are doing. There's really no need for the whole back and forth, right? Even when I go ahead and make my videos calling out industries and all that stuff, I only call them out if they're doing some shady ass business practice that I don't appreciate whatsoever that needs to be called out. Other than that, though, if you like a game, play the game. If it's free to play and you haven't tried it and you want to try it, go ahead, try it. A lot of people go ahead and ask my opinions about games and all that stuff, and I always tell them the same thing, like, oh yeah, I like it, I enjoy it, blah, 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 blah. Try it for your fucking self. Why do you care about my opinion? I like it. I fuck with it, or I don't like it. I don't fuck with it. Play it. What? Imagine being a man worrying about another man's opinion. Nah, I'm not.
Couldn't be me.
Nah. But, like, for real, like, just live your life, play a game. If you don't like a game, then you don't like the game. Move on, play something else. Try to believe me. You not playing a game. If multiple people is not going to go ahead and play a game, right? then overall, then they're gonna go ahead and notice that, and they're gonna go ahead and move accordingly. Devs and publishers are gonna move accordingly. You don't have to go ahead and bully people. That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't right. It's just
right at all.
And then also when you see a game that's free to play and all that stuff, right? We need to stop. We need to get out of this damn mojo of like we see a trailer and we're like, oh yeah, that shit gonna be ass. This shit's gonna be. Try it. Give it an honest fucking review and opinion. There we go. Give it an honest chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Wake up in the morning when the game launches. Go up. You know what I'm saying? Go to the bathroom. Wash your face. Put some moisturizer on. Get to your desk. And damn near try that shit for at least a good few hours before really diving deep into it. That's all we ask. That's all we ask Cosmic to do.
No,
hopefully he started doing that. What?
This is your first time asking me to do this.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Can you please start doing it?
I'll think about it.
Well, you gotta think about putting moisturizer on my body?
Black don't crack, bro.
That's not even oh my, okay, we're gonna do it. We're going with the games. We're going with the games. This,
let's go with the games, buddy.
That has nothing to do with.
Let's move to the games.
What,
buddy?
Can I ask a question before we do so?
No.
No. Can I ask anyways?
Whatever answer I can give you, you aren't gonna like it.
When's the last time you put on moisturizer on your face?
Bro, I have lotion, man. Calm down, bro.
No. There's a difference between lotion. Crossing the fact that
That's your answer right there.
Listen, I have my cocoa butter. Okay, you leave my cocoa butter lotion alone.
Well, he's gone. I guess no games.
No games. Well, guys. That's
now listen here, you motherfucker. Listen.
Yo, how
lotion, moisturizer. This for your body. This for your face.
You don't put lotion on your face?
We're done with this conversation. We're done with this conversation.
What the hell?
We're done with this conversation.
Why the fuck
We're done with this. We're done with this conversation. We're done with this conversation. You're right. We're moving on. All right, listen, guys. We're doing a cut 3.
Man,
Guys,
you haven't seen Good Burger yet, bro. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. You haven't seen Good Burger.
I'm worried about your hygiene. Never mind. Yo, listen, we're gonna talk about damn near. We're gonna.
I don't wash, Kanari. I don't put soap and water, deodorant. I don't wash my balls. I don't wipe my ass.
We're gonna talk more about this lotion and moisturizer shit in the goddamn post show. That's only gonna be for the damn near Inner Circle members. Yo, listen, go ahead and become an Inner Circle today. Join the Discord and all that good stuff. We're gonna go ahead and do shoutouts later on, but let's get into these games, bro, before we say anything else. Listen, we got to cut 3. Oh, my fault. We got to cut 5, keep 3 goddamn games that went ahead are well known for sucking ass, for failing, essentially, right? You're gonna go ahead and keep the 3 that you think were the best, that shouldn't have been, failed, anything like that, and you're gonna go ahead and cut the rest. Deal? Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you guys gotta go ahead and come to your senses. Yeah, I gotta go ahead and agree on the answer and all that stuff, for which I keep and which I cutting. Yeah, I know how to go ahead and play this game. Yeah, I did it before. All right, your first game up. Anthem.
Throw it out. Throw it
Damn.
out.
Anthem's not that. It wasn't that bad.
Anthem was so good.
It was not that bad.
It was.
What do you don't like about Anthem?
I must have had a different experience. I feel like I talked about this in one of the early episodes of how bad my experience in our house was with that game. After pre-ordering the like VIP gold package or whatever, and then it was unplayable.
It was
past like 20 minutes. So
20 minutes?
Like just unplayable. Shit didn't work. It kept crashing the entire system. Like maybe it just maybe I was part of the group of people where it just particularly did not like me, but Cosmic, if you really want to keep it, I'll go with you, but just based on my personal experience, I would toss that shit out the window.
Well, how much playtime you have in Anthem?
Couldn't even get that much playtime because it was just crashing, bro.
I don't know.
I actually played the game. I don't know about you, but I actually played the game of Anthem.
I would have loved to. Would have loved to.
You'd have loved it.
But
To be
that's
fair,
why I pre-ordered it.
Oh, you put money on that shit up front?
You see why I was hot when I couldn't even get it to play for 30 minutes?
That's me with Infinite Warfare, bro. I put like $100 on that shit.
Ouch.
I know. I hated that fucking Call of Duty. I know. That shit was ass. I did not like
Well,
it.
Cosmic, you actually got the game to run. What do you want to do?
I like the shooting. I like the missions. I didn't think there just wasn't enough content. And then, like, you know, the issues that you had with, you know, playing or running the game was like really bad. Good concept, good everything, but just a very piss poor execution. I don't want to cut Anthem, but fine.
Oh yeah, cut. Oh,
I'll compromise.
Okay.
The
Y'all
hidden
cutting.
gem, Anthem.
Y'all cut an Anthem. Oh, sure. Okay, I respect it. Not really. Your next game up is going to be Battleborn.
I didn't play it.
I didn't play Battleborn. Oh, he doesn't even know what Battleborn is. It was a hero shooter, bro. Very. Yeah, very similar to Overwatch, but because of Overwatch success and all that stuff, you know, kind of the same route as Paladins. You know what I'm saying? Overwatch kind of took over, and no one really want to go ahead and play.
Cut it off, bro.
Oh, yeah, not feeling Battleborn at all.
Nah, bro, just cut it off, bro.
I didn't even play it, so.
All right. Well, okay, we're cutting Battleborn. I hope you know this is the game right here that y'all fuck with. Your next game up, Spellbreak.
I wanted to like Spellbreak really bad. I wanted it to be better than it was.
Underrated. I swear.
That's what I'm
game was
saying.
fire. That game was so fire, bro. You doesn't even know what it is. You don't know Spellbreak?
I don't know what Spellbreak is.
Bro, Spellbreak was that battle royale, bro. You was able to go ahead and play like wizards and shit, and you was able to
This
like.
shit looks so floaty and like.
It was so floaty, bro. You have no idea that.
Oh, nah, bro.
It was so much different from other battle royales. I'm not gonna lie. You're not feeling it? Oh
I'm
man.
not- bro, like I really hate floated gameplay. Like for the My Hero game, the One's Justice 1 and 2, bro, I hate that game.
It was
I hate the floated
fire.
combat style, man. It just allows for like too many dumb stuff to happen.
So y'all cutting Spellbreak?
I would keep it, but Cosmic, since he compromised on Anthem, if he really wants to cut it, I can compromise.
I don't care. How many? We don't even keep. We kept.
We haven't kept anything.
You didn't keep shit. You cut Battleborn, you cut Anthem.
Yeah,
You cutting Spellbreak or keeping it?
we cut that shit.
Oh my, bro, that burst my feelings. Spellbreak was not that bad. You would have liked
wasn't.
it.
I think if it had come out at a different time, maybe it could have done a little bit better.
All right, how about this, man? How about this? I got next game up, Knockout City.
We gotta keep Knockout City, bro.
All I
Yeah.
say, that shit was
Yeah.
fire.
We gotta keep that.
That shit was highly underrated. I don't know who didn't play that game, but that shit was highly underrated. All right, I'm glad y'all can come to the senses with that shit. Yeah, Knockout City, fire. All right, your next game up, Rumbleverse. Cosmic, the fact that you're a WWE fan, you don't even know what the fuck that is pissing me off. What the fuck? You would love Rumbleverse if it was still here. You would love that game if it was still here. It's literally a wrestling battle royale.
Wait. Oh, wait. This is Rumble. I had the wrong game line. Wait, what was the last game?
Knockout City.
Knockout.
You didn't know what Knockout City was? It was a dodgeball game. Knockout City was a dodgeball game.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got them both mixed up. We're keeping both of them though. I want to keep both of them. That's fair.
Yeah, I would keep Rumbleverse.
You can remember? All
I
right,
was
bet.
like- I was like so confused. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm about to say Rumbleverse. That shit was your shit. Okay, so the reaction for Knockout City. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, but yeah, Knockout City is a dodgeball game, and then Rumbleverse was the wrestling fucking battle royale. That shit was fire. I actually did like the gameplay with that, and also the concept was just really unique. But people were just not vibing with it. If that shit doesn't have a ball or a gun in it, then that shit must be ass. Am I right, guys?
Bro.
I know, right? Anyways, okay, so you guys got 2 keeps so far. We went ahead and cut 3 others, so you guys got 3 more slots left. Your next game up is going to be Lawbreakers.
Pack it up, bro. I couldn't give a rat's ass about Lawbreakers.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one game that I did not spend much time into, so like, yeah, I can't even justify it. I'm not gonna hold it to you.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I would probably cut it.
I bet. You guys got one more keep and you got one more cut. You guys ready?
Sure.
Next game up, Hyperscape.
Hold on, let me look it up. It sounds so
The
familiar.
fact that y'all don't know, that's probably one of the most popular names on this list too. Hyperscape was up there. It was also a battle royale. It was Ubisoft's kind of like
so many battle royales.
I mean,
have no idea what this game
remember
is.
when like Fortnite took over and so many people wanted to go ahead and make a battle royale?
Yep.
That's why. Yeah, a lot of these games went ahead and fell around the damn near early 2020s.
Oh my god, bro! No, just take it off, bro.
You got one more, you got one more cut, bro. You don't know what's on the other side.
This generic slop.
Oh no, you did not just say Hyperscape was generic. That shit. Well, you know,
I was gonna say, let's be honest.
I can see it, but like, nah, that shit. The gunplay was fire. It's just the movement and it was like really fast paced. But like, bro, y'all cutting it?
Yeah, we can cut it.
God damn.
Bro,
All right.
We got Knockout City, Rumbleverse. I mean, like, what could be the last one that we have?
All right. So y'all went ahead. Y'all cut Anthem. Crazy. Y'all cut Battleborn. You cut Spellbreak. Crazy. You kept Knockout City. Y'all kept Rumbleverse. Fire. I'm not gonna lie. Good choices. Good choices. Y'all have cut Lawbreaker. Y'all cut Hyperscape. And y'all motherfuckers have kept Concord. Y'all have
Should have
kept
kept
Concord.
Spellbreak.
Yeah, I should have kept Spellbreak, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You was cooking when you had Rumbleverse. You was cooking when you got Knockout City. But then, did y'all even play Concord? Did y'all drop $40 on Concord?
No.
Fuck no.
What?
Exactly my fucking point, bro. God damn. I would rather play Hyperscape than damn near Concord. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna put a mobile game in there. I'm not gonna hold it to because I could have said damn near Warzone mobile. I could have said Apex mobile. I was gonna say Final Fantasy's damn near.
I would have cut it, right, Canary?
I would have damn near put Final. What was it called? Final Fantasy 7, The First Soldier.
I'm more surprised you didn't put a mobile game in there.
I should have. You guys ever heard of that though? Like Final Fantasy 7, The First Soldier. It wasn't too bad. It's just no one was fucking with it. I'm not gonna lie. No one was fucking with it, but it wasn't too bad. Shut up. Final Fantasy is fire. Final Fantasy is fire. But
Final Fantasy is fire.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, that is it for the podcast. Do any of y'all got some final thoughts y'all want to go ahead and say before we get into our little post show?
We shouldn't dox people who are trying to give a charity.
I think we should make a law that everyone should should put on damn moisturizer on their face.
I think Steam should make an update that. You may forget what I'm saying, bro. Oh, I think my final thought is I think Steam should make an update that you physically cannot leave a review for a game unless you've met a minimum threshold playtime.
Yes.
And put moisturizer. Both of those. But yeah, guys, listen. Shout outs to our Inner Circle members. Shout outs to Dr. D. Shout outs to Ghost Nexus. Shout outs to Num1 Decoy. Much appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support you have given us, to Nocturnal, the organization, to the creators and all that good stuff. If you would like to go ahead and have a shout out and also be a part of the Inner Circle and also have a lot of other perks such as monthly giveaways, topics we talk about within the podcast when it comes down to actually talking about things that we do within the Discord as well too, with events, be sure to join the Discord, link in bio, and become an Inner Circle member today. With all that being said, guys, I will see y'all later. This has been Crossing, Cyber, Cosmic. We're about to go ahead and record the post show that's only available for our Inner members. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.